Hey guys, let's have a look at the movie review of the recently released film Michael. Michael stars Jaffar Jackson in the titular role of the late king of pop when the film curtains up with the highly harmonic and the brilliantly orchestrated feet-tempting tunes of the deceased musical icon, which happens to be one of the many masterstrokes of the vast and the illustrious library of his precious playbacks that redefined and forever transformed the established and the familiar trends of the pop genre, and in fact almost each and every layer of every musical dimension known so far. From the opening credentials that brilliantly transits from the stylishly crafted titular fonts of the film and moves on to the electrifying vibrancy of a packed concert when Michael is all set to rock and tear down the stage with his signature moves and his magical music. Now, what stands out for me in this film is that how carefully the filmmaker takes us to the desperate longings of Michael in his early years of wanting to have a normal childhood and feel the warmth of his father when his father's relentless drive of unmatched perfection pushes Michael to a focal point of wanting to break free from him. One of the criticisms I have noted about the film from the other respected outlets is its drawback in not including the siblings prominently in the film's storyline, but I respectfully disagree with those that with Michael being the spotlight of the story here, I feel that they are given their proper share of space here. The five celebrated subjects of the Jackson clan are very visibly looming around here and being the continuous shadow of the central figure here till almost the very end of the film, till Michael ultimately announces his departure from the family band tours during the famous boot camp of the Victory Tour. What I really love about this film is the showcase of Michael's continuous quest for perfection as he hungrily learns the intricacies of the modern musical hardwares when he draws his inspiration from various aspects, right from the heartbreaking segments of a news to the more intensely crafted visuals of a nail-biting stuff. I really love the way director Antoine Fuqua does his homework here when all the legendary stuff about Michael is brought to light here in the most emotionally fulfilling and in a satisfyingly thorough way when his obsession with Peter Pan and wanting to be a child here is beautifully explored through his fascination with innocent toys and his deep attachment with the hardcore souls of the wildlife. The two most shining aspects and the true highlights of the film are in fact the heavyweight showstoppers of the entire film when Juliano Valdi and Jaffar Jackson truly steal the show here with their stellar act perfectly embodying the ambitious yet a deeply soft-hearted spirit of Michael, although the filmmakers do take the undue liberty of a complete sanitation of a completely and justly questionable validity of his innate and shrewd character, which he quite manipulatively hid behind the mask of an unworldly purity and a deceptive vulnerability. The film's leading cast is spectacularly supported here with the rock-solid show put here by Colman Domingo, who staggeringly and strikingly uplifts the entire act with his impeccable and pitch-perfect portrayal of an egoistic and a thanklessly ungratifying character here. The faulted father is well backed up here by the wholesome warmthness of the secondary support staff of Michael's journey when Nia Long quite compellingly brings out the more humane and the blissful sanity of one of Michael's continuous support system. The part that doesn't work well for me here is that the film could have delved more deeper into the creative spark of his groundbreaking genius when his ability to craft an unprecedented and an unmatched vocal and a visual dynamism just from the highly tuned up radios of his raw imagination created those landmark and eternally breathing musical pieces that are etched and taped in the hugely decorated baskets of glory and celebration when such scenes should have been given more space that was already allotted within this otherwise stunning biopic. I'm going with 3.5 out of 5 for Michael. If the protagonist had begun his journey from those humble roots, when dreams and talents don't see the size of a man's roof, when those melodic numbers were moduled within the psychological space of an exemplary enthused, for he was showered with an immense creative spark from the tips of his eccentric hair to his trademark boots. A lot from where rose the king of pop. Hey guys, if you like my video, you can click on the like and share button and you can also subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss up on these types of videos. Let's come together and celebrate the magic of movies.